We've been talking about digitalisation and the use of digital technology in the oil and gas industry, and the question I wanted to ask is this adding to what the industry can do? Is it expanding its footprint of capabilities, or is it simply allowing companies to do existing things, the things they already do, quicker, faster, cheaper, etc.?
So in my organisation, what we do is we look at the emerging digital, so not necessarily the digital that's here and now, and we ask 4 questions basically at the end of the day. The first one is, do we see a future for this technology? And how will it impact our current business? Does it make it faster, better, cheaper? Can it take humans out of harm's way? So we look at it through that lens, but that's kind of like not the biggest one. We then ask a question which is, could this technology actually disrupt our industry? So does it actually make bits of our company irrelevant, or are they so radically changed that it would be actually fundamentally a different industry? And a couple of examples there would be, does the speed up become so fast that actually you don't have an exploration department anymore because you can just do it kind of in like that? Or does the advent of autonomous vehicles, which is inherently a digitally enabled capability, what does that do to our forecourts? How do you deal with that in downstream? So that's kind of the disrupt space. But then we also say, could this create new businesses for us? Are there new opportunities that would be relevant for an energy company to be in? And a classic case there would be when we look at trading and the advent of blockchain, which could fundamentally disrupt trading, but could also yield new opportunities for us to do things in a completely different way. And then the 4th question we ask about these technologies is, how could they impact the world? And whilst that's a super big question, why we think about it is because the world is full of our future customers, employees, partners, governments. These are our stakeholders that we need to be thinking about, and so we need to understand how that might play out.
Okay. And when you're looking to drive the take-up and the application, the adoption of these technologies internally, what are the obstacles you're running into?
So in terms of obstacles, I think one of the first ones that was pretty obvious to me is, so digital is a lot about data, AI, decision making, and changing how we use big data and using compute power to do that. Thinking about our industry, we're inherently engineering physics based, and so I think there's a challenge at first to actually get people to move to, what would database decision making look like? And it's not an either or. So it's really about merging the two, and how do you do that? But actually working through it's almost a behaviour change or a change in roles or how people relate to it. I think the human element is the hardest element that I've seen.